Greetings everyone, my name is Zanokuhle Mbambo and today we are here at uMsunduzi Voortrekker Museum where we will be interviewing one of the workers here at the museum. So let us start with the first question. Can you supply us with a brief history as what led to the formation or the creation of the uMsunduzi Voortrekker Museum?
Thank you, Zanokuhle. Well, uMsunduzi Museum was created in 1912 and the creation of the museum was based off the Church of the Vow. The reason for the creation of the museum was to capture the lifestyle of a group known as the Voortrekkers and the significant history that led to the outbreak of the war known as Impi yaseNcome or the Blood River. How the museum came to be, however, is better explained through the history behind the Church of the Vow.
Second question. Why is uMsunduzi Museum a heritage site in PMP?
uMsunduzi Museum is a heritage site, but it is also a cultural site. There are science museums, war museums, and multiple others, but uMsunduzi Museum, being the one that conserves the history and culture of the Voortrekkers, is known as a history and cultural museum. This means that unlike some other museums falling under the categories I have mentioned previously, uMsunduzi Museum focuses on heritage and culture. This makes it to correspond with the definition of a heritage site, that being a place or site of cultural value.
Third question. What is the role or the benefits that uMsunduzi Museum has in PMP?
uMsunduzi Museum conserves the history of the Voortrekkers and that of Pietermaritzburg as a city. This means that the museum supplies people with the information about the city that they might have not known. For example, not many people know where the city got its name from, but here in uMsunduzi Museum, information such as that is easily provided for the people. Not all museums are able to provide such knowledge in Pietermaritzburg, at least not more than us. Overall, the museum has information rich in the city's history. The museum also has outreach programs that give CAPS-related programs to schools. These programs also provide people in rural areas and schools located in there the opportunity to visit the museum even while being held back by the financial constraints. This is done through the museum moving to the people rather than people coming to the museum for those who are not able to visit town. In these programs, we help in skills development. We also do presentations that are especially informative about Pietermaritzburg's history, the Voortrekkers, first farmers, etc. There are a lot of programs that we do and that Pietermaritzburg benefits from.
Moving on to the fourth question, what would you say is the relationship between uMsunduzi Voortrekker Museum and the heritage in Pietermaritzburg?
There are many museums in Pietermaritzburg. There is uMsunduzi Museum, Railway Station Museum, Marathon Museum. I think I mentioned them all. But in all those, uMsunduzi Museum is the only one that is funded by the Arts and Culture Department. We are the ones that are amalgamated with other museums such as Zanokuhle Museum, Mandela Museum, and Robben Island Museum. But it is still an ongoing process. We are there on the map, even if we have a small physical scale, but the scale of our history we hold is enormous. So we are there on the map and we form a bridge that people can utilize to access the history behind the city, which is part and parcel of South Africa's history.
Moving on to the fifth question, what are some of the most historical artifacts or events that can be found in the museum or that have happened before in the museum?
There is a lot. There is the church, the ox wagon, which is one of the original used in the Great Trek, and it is believed to be the second oldest. The main building is there as well. It is served as a girls' school, a station before it became a museum. We also have the two statues that convey the Voortrekker leaders. We do host events that commemorate important days in the South African calendar, like June 16th, Women's Day, Heritage Day, Youth Day, and so on. There are a lot of events. The museum also works with other people who come with their ideas of an event, and we engaged in that idea.
Last but not least, do you think that uMsunduzi Voortrekker Museum is a place of designated importance in Pietermaritzburg, and why?
Yes, very much so. Because we're a part of the Freedom Route, we are also very, very rich in Zulu and Voortrekker history and culture. We hold so much of the history of not only Pietermaritzburg, but the diverse culture that are found here and the introduction of the Voortrekkers to this area, which we now call home.
Thank you very much. As you all heard, that was the interview between me and one of the workers here at uMsunduzi Voortrekker Museum. Thank you.